Robert Caswell, Boxing Booth Gym, Adam Martin's my trainer, and I'm a featherweight.
Cool, we'll start off with saying, so you're making your debut in November.
November the 6th, yeah.
Yep. So let's just rewind the clock a little bit and just tell us a little bit about how you got into boxing, you know, what and your journey, and go from there.
So I started about 10, I think it was about 10. Johnny Armour, who's a former pro from around where I'm from, Chatham, went down the East Gym first, got the bug, and then just went from there really. Stayed at St Mary's, was my amateur gym since the start. I had, I think, 50 fights as an amateur, 2 national finals, won a few Box Cup gold, so yeah, it was a good amateur, and I'm looking to turn pro.
So when you were growing up, did you have anyone in particular that you like kind of followed, or like was an inspiration to you?
Not really, no, I just sort of fell into boxing really. Like my granddad knew boxers and he done a little bit himself, so yeah, I just sort of fell into it really.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so just going on like your amateur career. So how old were you when you first had your amateur fight?
11, I think 11 or 12.
Yeah.
My first one.
Can you remember it?
Yeah, I can actually. Yeah, it was in London, in New Addington, I think it was. Yeah, I remember all my amateur fights really, from the first one to the last one.
What was it like having the first fight? Were you nervous?
Yeah, I was bricking it, to be honest with you. But yeah, my amateur coach kept me calm, and I ended up winning pretty easy. So once the first one's out of the way, it gets a little bit easier.
What was your record? Amateur record?
I think I won 30. I think something along those lines. But I boxed loads of national champions, England internationals, Irish internationals. So I was pretty well travelled.
Who was the best person in the amateur career that you?
I boxed Dennis McCann in the Haringey Cup. I boxed Adam Hessian from Ireland, who won the under-22 Europeans, I think. Yeah, I boxed quite good people, yeah.
What was it like boxing Dennis? What was the outcome of the Dennis?
Dennis beat me, yeah, but yeah, Dennis is a very special talent, you know, so yeah, it weren't no disgrace to listen to him.
Any other notable boxers you fought?
I boxed someone called Muzzy, who was an England international, got to the senior ABA final. That was at Haringey as well. I lost a close one to him. That was in the seniors. But once I hit the senior level with no head guard, that's when I really started to really get some good traction. You know, I think I won 9 out of 10 as a senior. So I was a good junior, but I was a better senior.
What was your standout victory in the amateurs then?
I won the whole Box Cup twice. So that was like an international tournament. I beat a junior ABA finalist there, so probably the whole Box Cup. CYPs, I got to the final of CYPs, so yeah, good.
So the decision to turn pro, how easy was that?
It was tough, don't get me wrong, because it was because of the pandemic really. Amateur boxing just stood still, so there was no amateur boxing, but there was no professional boxing either, so I was sort of stuck like in between. The aim was to turn pro at 21, so I'm 20 now, so I was a little bit before what I wanted to do, but I felt like to excel, because I was sort of at a standstill as amateur boxer. I thought turn pro, and even if it was 6-7 months in the gym learning, then it's better than not doing nothing as an amateur.
So you linked up with Adam Martin. Tell me about that link up.
Well, to be fair, I just messaged him on Instagram. I was looking at trainers. I wanted to try out a few gyms. He came up. I think Jermaine beat, I want to say Chudanov out in
Russia,
and I saw that, and then I saw Luther Clay against Chris Congo at Fight Camp, and he was in both of the corners. So I thought I'll give him a message and see what it's like down here, and I haven't looked back since really.
Do you live local to him?
No, I'm from Chatham, Kent, probably about 50 minutes away. Oh, okay. So it's a travel every day, but to me it's worth it. So.
And so, given that obviously the pandemic kind of put a halt to the amateur career, what was you and Adam, your decision to turn pro, like, or have your first fight kind of fairly soon?
Yeah, well, it's been quite long really. I turned pro last November, so it was a bit of time to turn pro. So, but getting the license and that took ages. So it's been about a year in the making to have my debut. So to me, not longer the better, but I felt like I want to learn in the gym first before I jump straight out. I want to learn the pro game before I jump straight out.
You've got a great gym to learn from, obviously Jermaine, Dan,
and
obviously
even the other lot,
Adam Booth, yeah, that must be something special just to come here.
Unbelievable, yeah. Like at my amateur gym, no disrespect to them, but I felt like not stopped learning, but I was at the top there, sort of thing. So I needed to start again, if that makes sense, and just get out of my comfort zone and you know, start learning again, really. Like not be the top of the tree, sort of thing. Be at the bottom and work my way up. So yeah, it's so good down there.
How do you feel about your debut? Are you nervous or excited?
Not really, no. Where I've had like a good amateur career, I've had so many amateur fights. It comes normal to me now. So, but no, it's different. Don't get me wrong. Smaller gloves, but boxing to me.
And what about the ticket selling? You know, is that something that you know, obviously you're aware of, and you know, added extra?
Literally, as soon as I got down here, Adam was telling me about the tickets and what you got to do, and you got to promote yourself. You got to be a promoter. You got to promote yourself. You've also got to box. But I've got good support. My family help out loads, so it should be a problem. I've got good support.
Well, we look forward to kind of seeing your debut, and obviously, you know, now we know you're down here, we'll come down a bit more stuff. But before we finish, do you want to shout out your social media so people can start following?
Yeah, so Robert Caswell on Instagram, and I think Robert Caswell on Twitter and Facebook as well. So all the same.
Awesome. Nice
Thanks very much. Cheers.